Hey, this is Papa from StreetFighterTradingSystem.com. Alright, so today I want to talk about a different topic. Basically, I want to share with you some tips on how you can improve from a day-to-day basis, right? And the topic of today will be basically how you can assess that a trade is good or not. Okay. So the reason why I want to do this video is because I got a couple of messages on Discord on people telling me, Papa, I've been trying like the day one trader, max methodology, even your methodology, and I'm still not able to make it work. Right. So on this, I think the pain point that I see is I think that you guys don't have a good technique to learn, right? And that's why I want to show you how I did me when I started even training this methodology of scalping, and maybe it can help you out. Okay, so before I explain you what I usually do and what I did when I started, I want to remind that as you remember, I did like a playlist called Started from the Bottom Now Here, right? And on this video, I was telling you that to be able to buy a Lamborghini, right, we're gonna need a lot of years of practice and a lot of years of trading. What I'm showing you is it will really need hard work, right? So it's normal if you fail at the beginning, you know, you cannot learn to trade in 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, right? It's gonna take time. Then what I want to remind also is that I showed you some steps to go through, right? So I told you step 0, you need to be curious. Step 1, you need to have like a strategy. And on the strategy, I'm already giving you what I use. So mostly failed two-legged pullback, so show you punish. And then I told you that after that, you basically need a trading platform, so either NinjaTrader or TradingView, to be able to train yourself, not live, right? To train yourself in the past, because there is no way you're going to succeed live if you don't train yourself on the past, right? But once you have this, I think that I should have put another step, which is how can you assess your mistakes, right? So first, what I usually do, okay, is nowadays I don't have a lot of time, but even when I have time, what I will do is that I will load historical data, okay, and I will try to find all the setups that I can, okay, and then once I find the setup, I will try to assess is it good or not, okay, but I will not try to find every single setup in the world. I will focus on one setup at a time, and then I will review the chart again and refine another type of setup, review the chart again, and then find another type of setup. Okay, so for example, my favorite move is the show you punish, meaning fail two-legged pullback or trap. Okay, so what I will do is that I will go back into the chart, right? So let's say yesterday's data, I didn't have the time to trade, but I can still spend time to review it, right? And maybe a review will take me 15 minutes. Okay, so what I will do is that I will load the day of yesterday. I will start from the beginning of the day, and then I will start looking, can I find a failed two-legged pullback setup? And then there is basically few elements that I'm going to check to understand if it's good or not. Okay, so that's where I want to say. So first I will focus. So you're not going to look at all setup at the same time. You focus on one setup, right? So let's say failed two-legged pullback. Okay, so I'll call it show you punish, right? And then I'm gonna have a rule to assess if a trade is good or not, right? So I'm gonna try to find them all, and then I'm gonna assess them. So the first thing that I'm gonna assess is, of course, is it with the trend? So the trend meaning, do I have like EMA, SMA, good positioning? So for this, to go long, I repeat, I need to have the SMA, which is below the EMA. Okay. To go short, I need to have the SMA above the EMA. Okay. So this is the first thing. Then on the trend, I can also check the angle, right? So if the angle of the SMA is like very steep, right? Then it means that we are in a trend that is really powerful, right? 2 is I want to check if the candle, right, that I take, is it bouncing out of the EMA, right? So on our case, we're using the EMA 21. So I want to check if it's bouncing. And if it's not bouncing, even though it's bouncing, I want to understand how far, right, my entry point is from the EMA, okay? 3, I want to see if the candlestick is good, right? So candlestick good meaning, is it bullish, is it bearish, is it whatever, right? So usually a bullish and bearish is defined by a hammer, right? To put it short is, if it's bullish, first it needs to close on its top 25%. Okay, if it's bearish, on its bottom 25%. And I like to have like hammer and reverse hammer, and the reason is that they are the best one because they reject usually the downside or the upside, right? So hammer or reverse hammer is what I prefer, okay? Now 4, I also told you that I also look at how far it is on the trend. So I need to understand, is it early in the party, late to the party, okay? Or late to the party. And I did a video recently, is do I have, let's say, a reset, a reload of the party, right? So if you haven't checked this video on how I check if a party restarts, go and check it out. 5, the final element that I check is, so you can see that here I'm checking if the candle bounce on the 21 EMA, but another thing that I will check is to be actually real with you guys. I actually check most of the time if it bounce out of a fib level, so fib 50% or 61.8%, right? So I'm talking about the body, right? If the body close, so let's say I'm long, if the body close outside the 61.8, then I will not take the trade, okay? If on a long the candle doesn't even retrace to the 61.8, right, I will not take it. To the 50, sorry, I will not take it, okay? So now that I have all those rules, but the idea is to go and check all the failed two-legged pullback and then check if they follow those 5 rules, okay? So for this, I know that many people are trading the 2000 tick chart. So you know what, moving forward on my videos, I will only show the 2000 tick chart. I will no more show the 1000, like that everyone can follow this. And I will show you also another way where you can, where you can basically take a look at your trades with Mark's video, okay? Because this is what I used to do, by the way, at the beginning. And I will show you what I was doing, okay? So you go on your chart, right? So I'm trying to put this on the side. So of course, go on your simulator if you're live. Don't put your live account, right? Put your simulator, because if you do a bad manipulation, like buying once you're doing review, you will have bad surprise. It happened to me before. So yeah, load your chart, load on yesterday, make sure to go on sim. The idea here is not to trade live, it's just to check the setups, okay? So, all right, let's start. Okay, so we start here, we have the data of yesterday, we have a first failed two-legged pullback or Shoyo panish. So it's up, down, okay? So can we take this trade? So first parameter that we check is it with the trend? So yes, because the SMA is below EMA, right? So this we can go long. Second is the candle, does it bounce out of the EMA? Yes, it bounced out of the EMA, okay? Number 3 is the candlestick good? So I think it's a good candle because here we can see that basically it's closing on its top 25%. And we have kind of a rejection here, so it can be considered as a hammer, okay? 4 is it late to the party or early in the party? So actually what we can see is that it's a little bit late to the party, because here we have an impulse, a retrace, impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace. So it's like a third retrace. But if you followed the video that I showed to you, we can see that we have a pattern of a reset of the party or reload, okay? Because we have 5 waves going on the opposite way of the trend and the candle is going below. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once I have this pattern, I can try to hunt for a failed two legged pullback setup. Okay, so it's late to the party, but never mind because we have a party restart. So we can check this setup. Okay, so once we check this setup, the last element is that I want to check, does it bounce or off the Fibonacci 50%? Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, so that's why I will not take this trade. Okay, because it doesn't bounce out of the 50. We can see that here, right? If I draw from my low to my high, the candle is above the 50 and doesn't touch it. So this will eliminate this trade. Okay, so that's why I put it in circle. It's okay. You see, it had 4 elements out of 5. So now, after that you see this, you need to put it on your head, maybe log it on a file, and then check in the future, are you willing to take this trade because you see that it works or not? Me, I don't take them because, as I said, I only take trades that follow all my parameters. If there is one parameter that is not there, I will not take it. Okay? So, then I go to the next one. I have another one over here. So, here again, I have up, down, up, down. So here it's a show you punish and a show you. So this I call it a Pikachu golden, right? So first a Pikachu. Let's check if it's golden. It's golden if it follows all the rules. So I do the same thing, right? I check, is it with the trend? Yes, we have the SMA and the EMA on the good positioning. The SMA is at a steep angle, so I know that we are in a good uptrend. Here I draw, you saw I draw the Fibonacci, it retraced to the Fibonacci over here, and it did a double touch, right? So it's even better. It did a double rejection of the 61.8 and the candle closed above the 61.8, right? Do I have a good candle? So this candle is, so the setup, if it was this candle, of course you will not take it, but you will take this setup, right? Why? Because this candle is closing above this top 25%. So this basically setup combines everything. Now, maybe one thing concerning, but I wouldn't have seen it live, is that you have like a double top over here, which acts as resistance, right? And here, well, you're buying above, so it's still okay. Anyway, very good trade that I would have probably taken if I was live, okay? Because it has all the parameters. So I continue, right? And I try to check this one. So this one, I mark it also, so down, up, down, up. So first, is this setup with the trend? So yes, because the SMA is above the EMA, right? Is it bouncing out of the 21 EMA? No, so this is bad. So normally you should already eliminate it. Does it, but for the sake of continuing, we can see the rest. So is it a bearish candle? Yes. Is it bouncing out of the 50 Fibonacci level? No. So you see, if you draw your fib from high to the low, it doesn't touch the 50% Fibonacci. Okay. So is it early or late in the trend? So here we can see that we have like a restart, and the party is just starting actually. But we see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the party restart. And as I said, on those setup, when I see 5 wave going upwards and going above the SMA, I will try to search for the first failed two-legged pullback. And it's what we have over here. So personally, I will take it, but I advise you to not take it. Why? Because it doesn't have all the parameters, okay? So if on your side you haven't done the work of logging all those trades and checking at how much percentage they work or not, but you will not be able to understand if you have to take it or not. First, you need to create like a database of what setup are good and what setup are not good, okay? If you don't do it, guys, you will fail 100% sure. So that's why Number one, as I said, you go on your chart, you check the setup, you log it, you see, okay, this time it had the 4 parameters, this time it had the 5 parameter, and then did it work or not? And then the more you log trades, the more you will understand, is this setup working or not? Okay, so we continue. So what do we do? There is no pullback that I've seen here. Yeah, I've seen one. Okay, so I see up, down, failed to get pullback. Is it with the trend? So this one is complicated because it's at the cross of the SMA and the EMA. So just for this, I will probably not take it. Okay, this failed to get pullback. The candle is also not so good. It how we call it? It doesn't retrace to the 50, so there's a lot of parameters that make that this setup is shit. Okay. What else? I think it's done. So okay, so when you go on your chart, you would have seen probably 3 failed to get pullback on the 2000 tick chart, and you would have been able, so 1, 2, 3, sorry, 4. Okay, so 4. On those 4, there was 2 that I would have taken because they partly follow my parameters. So this one follow the 5 parameters, this one follow only, there is only the 50% that was not followed and the EMA bounce, right? But again, this is another type of setup, which is the reload to the party, and I do know that usually those setups work at 90%. So they will not work at 100%. The one that work almost at 100% are those one when they have all the parameters, and this one will work at 90%. But how do I know this? Is because I log all those trades since the beginning. Okay, so I've been logging for 3 months every single setup. Okay, so this is how I wanted to show you where I basically backtest every day. I'll go into the chart, focus on one setup and see what it is. Okay, once I've done this, but I do a second wave. And the second wave is I try to look at another type of setup. Okay, so what are the other setup that I taught you? So other setup is, for example, swing trading methodology using Fibonacci level and market structure. Okay, so market structure being up, down, up, right? And then I check that the structure of this low breaks, and I check at the first retrace, which is at the 50% level. So you can check the video that is talking about this, but let's try to find if we can find it out on yesterday. Okay, so here I can see that we have a structure that is moving upwards. So what I'm going to try to find is the first break of this low. Okay, so it happens over here. So I have like so if I draw it up, down, up, and so on, right? Here is the previous low, right? So my previous low, if I zoom a little bit, right? So if it breaks, okay, if it breaks this low, right, then we should consider for retrace, right? So what I can do, up, if I do this here and I draw my fib level, what can we see? Okay, we can see that the retrace here, retrace to the 50%. So I would have put a sell over here, and my target would have been the negative 23. Right, so it would have been a first trade with a 3-point risk for a 10-point reward. Okay, so this is one of the setup that you could have taken. Right, you can continue. So the structure is going downwards. Then we have here a high, and this high break the previous one. Okay, so you draw the fib, and I guess is what I did over here from low to high. And wow, the price, as you see, magical or not, because the algorithm are there, it bounced out of the 50. You see, it bounced out of 50 and then it moved up. So this is not a miracle, right? It's because this is the pivot of many algorithms. That's why it's bouncing out of 50. So here again, you put, so on this, I just want to say that I probably wouldn't have taken this trade. Okay, why? Because here you can see that your risk, okay, so it's here you have a 30. No, actually I wouldn't have taken it, sorry. So I misread. So if I have a risk of more than 3 points, usually I will not take it. But here it's 3 points. Okay, so 30, 28. So here your target would have been the negative 23 and it reached the target. So you would have had again 10 points. Okay, so 2 winners, 10 points with the methodology. Then up, down, up again, this structure. So your previous low is over here, right? Then you have a huge down move over here. It breaks this low, so you are looking for a retrace. So you look for your retrace, and then it bounces out of the 50. You wait for this candle to break below this, right? And you put your stop loss 1 point above the 61.8. And again, it will have reached the negative 23. So you see, even using the swing trading methodology, you could have had 3 good trades, okay? So then you can even do another lecture of your chart. So I showed you Shoryu swing trade Shoryu. So you could go on your chart and just check at Shoryu, right? Is it working or not? There is one other setup that I haven't shown you, which is the higher low, which is, I think, better in terms of probability also to take a look at. I will maybe do a specific video on it in the future, because I think that Shoryu, meaning two-legged pullback, it's something that you should never take because they are very low probability. Okay, you should only focus, for me, if you are scalping, on Shoryu punish and maybe higher low. Okay, I'm going to show you a last thing of what I used to do before when I was trading to learn. Okay, so of course I did took a course. Okay, and on this course I learned how to see two-legged pullback and so on. But the idea is that very rapidly, so in 15 days, I created my own methodology to take a look at it, right? Because the stuff that I bought was based on macro channel drawing, right? Which is not something that I like to do, because I feel that drawing channels is too late. And also it's fairly inaccurate, because you will have to draw your channels over and over again. And I feel that the SMA and EMA will give you a better idea, plus the short-term trend line, so what I call STT, will give you a better idea on what's going on. Okay. So based on this, I still, at that time, I was looking at Mac, right? And I also talk about him during my videos. So what I will do is every day I will mark my chart with all the setup, right? And then what is good with Mac is every single morning he will do a review. Okay, so what I will do usually is that I will mark my chart with what he calls second entries and Fed second entries, higher low and lower high, and then I will then compare with Mac what Mac could find. Okay, so then I will have a view. Am I taking trade similar to him? And then he will explain why he would have taken his trade. Right, so he will often refer to key entry points. But yeah, this will give you like another way of training yourself also. So what you can do, so he does, I think, video. So I don't check the channel that much nowadays, but at that time he was doing a video from Monday to Thursday, where he would point all the setups that he could see on the charts, and the good setup, the aggressive setup, and so on. So what you do, you go on your chart, you first look at the setups, and then you compare with what he has. Okay, so for example, this was on the 23, 2020, so I went on the 23, and then we can compare, is he marking the same setup that I do? Okay, so we can just play it out and try to check what he's marking. So one of his problems also is that he talks a lot, so put speed on where the setup are, and then you can check what are the setup that he's talking about. Okay, so here we can see, for example, that at 8:47 he's pointing to a failed two-legged pullback, which I also have pointed out, right? So it was the restart to the party, and then up, down, up, and then here you can see that he pointed this setup, and it was exactly this one, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, down, up, and then he pointed this setup, which happened at 8:50, and I think it's 8:50 also on his chart, right? You can see so he's on another time zone than me, but me it's 8:50 p.m., but him is 8:51, 8:50 a.m. Okay, so then you go this, and then you compare, right? And the more you will be close to Mac, I think the better you will become. Okay, so At that time, I had like for all my failed to get pullback setup, I had like 100% matching with what he had, right? So this is how I knew that I was starting to get better and better, right? So I hope that this video is useful. As I said, I repeat, go into your chart. Don't even try to look at them live, because live you will not succeed. And as I said, going live and looking at the setup live, all right, and even with the paper money account, you will not succeed, because if you are not able to understand what works uh, uh, when you do a review, and if you haven't had enough log that tells you what is good or not, you're going to do the same mistake over and over again. And also, second, you need a way to assess your trade. So on each trade that you're going to do, you're going to take it, then you're going to check, does it follow your rules, okay? And then if it follow your rules, you log it. Even if it doesn't follow your rules, you take your Excel, you do a screenshot, put it, and put on, right? And then when the week has end, you review again all those trades, okay? So you do this for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as much week as needed, until you are able to find enough setups that put you comfortable, okay? And then you can start looking at the market live to try to see them, right? If you don't see this, but of course you're gonna send me again message on Discord saying to me, yeah, I've been trying, but I'm not succeeding, right? I tell you, is that you are able to do this work on a consistent basis, right? You will be able to succeed. It might take 2 months, 3 months. I don't know how many months you need. Everyone is different. For me, it took 15 days, right? But I already had a background of 2 years of trading. But yeah, so I was like, I also want to repeat that when I started, I was like you guys, meaning I was unable to find, okay, I was pointing at all the two-legged pullback setup, all the failed two-legged pullback, and I was failing over and over again, right? But then practicing, logging and seeing what was my mistake allowed me to change the way and understand what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so I will end the video over here. This was Papa from StreetFighterTradingSystem.com. See you on the next video.